at some point, what we're talking about here is going to likely come in play, whether it's widespread cybersecurity attack or other emergencies, disaster scenarios. We're going to talk about that today. So, first question to you, Santos. What are your thoughts on the news that you've seen? And if you are a CIO of a company that's, let's say, got 1,000 employees, what types of things are you thinking about right now?
So again, thanks for having me, Mike and Dave. Really excited to be here, first of all. So thanks for having me. I think at the end of the day, if I'm a CIO, I bet you anything they just accelerated the whole process of like, okay, how are we going to move our PBX to the cloud? How are we going to move our Exchange server to the cloud? How are we going to, get rid of these VPN server access, which we all know is, a lot of people don't use them anymore. So I think that's the first thing that people are probably thinking about is, how do I enable a remote workforce, if people aren't going to come into the office?
Right.
Yeah, I think the bigger part of this is that people who have held back in the technology are finding themselves kind of in a helpless situation because people can't come to work. Sometimes because of even things like quarantines. I mean, this is getting to be crazy worldwide, and it's only a matter of time until something like this, if it's not coronavirus, it can be something else that could cripple a business in terms of its productivity. So today, I kind of like to talk about what it is that businesses can do, whether they're in the cloud or not. If they're not, they need to quickly get to the cloud because it's the only way to tie all of the pieces of your communication together. And
Right.
so if they are that way, then what are the pieces that are still left unaddressed that keeps the workforce productivity wise together? And I think that part of that is to think in terms of how to measure people's working when they're working from home as well. And that's really why I'm excited
Right.
Sonos has joined us for that part of the conversation. But maybe we start with the idea of what does a business need in its raw form to be able to continue business as usual in spite of the fact that they can't go into the office?